The past is just a story we tell ourselves.
You doing? Do you want some help?
The past, the time before, is it all really just fiction? We all have memories we like to look back on, perhaps memories of old friends or of family trips you went on as a child. These memories, sometimes so idyllic that looking back, seem almost too good to be true. We as humans like to remember. We find comfort in dwelling on the blissful past, a state we call nostalgia. Latin root words nostos, meaning homecoming, and algos, meaning sorrow or despair, form the word nostalgia. A term first coined by Swiss physician Johannes Hofer in 1688, as a way to describe the melancholy felt by Swiss mercenaries when fighting away from home. Our understanding of nostalgia has grown massively since its first use. A quick Google search for the definition of nostalgia will lead you to things like an affectionate feeling you have for the past, especially for a particularly happy time, and even a wistful desire to return in thought or in fact to a former time in one's life, to one's home or homeland, or to one's family and friends. A sentimental yearning for the happiness of a former place or time. All of these definitions revolve around the recollection of a former, more contented time, constituting feelings of both happiness and sadness. But can nostalgia really be defined? Nostalgia comes from remembering a time before. The time before is at any moment or experience that happened in the past, being remembered as a much better, more pleasant and simpler time than the present. We live in a time of escapism. At times of grief, we favour happy memories. Say you tragically lost a loved one, you would tend to reach for those childhood memories. Perhaps being pushed on a swing when you were 5 or being taken out for ice cream. They bring you comfort in a time of need. But after comes a sad realisation that you may never experience it again. Nevertheless, this bittersweet feeling is proven to be a very healthy and uplifting experience. It helps us remember that our lives have meaning and value. Nostalgia can be felt as a result of many different circumstances, not just loss. The state occurs when the brain is triggered by sensory stimuli that resemble the past. This could be anything from a song you haven't heard since you were a child, or looking at old photographs, to a topic brought up in conversation. In turn, these memories bring comfort, but they aren't always entirely accurate, and there is still a lot that simply isn't known about how memory works. However, it doesn't take a scientist to know that memories have a tendency to self-edit. Unless you experience a particularly traumatic event, as time passes, your brain will begin to remove bad parts of memories and keep the good parts. As a result of this, it could be said that nostalgia is not experienced through a specific event, but rather as a longing for a particular emotional state that comes as a result of these memories. It's this idealized emotional state, framed within a past era, that is the true feeling of nostalgia. Take the memory of a childhood holiday, for example. What do you remember? The warm sun, the sand beneath your feet, the way the sea breeze messes with your hair. Smiles of family and friends, the vast bright blue sky, the endless horizon. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking." If we take our memories and connect with them, form a bridge between past and present, then perhaps nostalgia can be much more than a feeling. It can become a way of life.